How do you say report on how you felt the day went today? Huh? Give me a little report on how you felt the day went today. You can't find the words. I can't even hear you. Well, my impression was a lot of fucking driving, but it was worth it, man. It was worth it. You know, meeting, sleeping over there at the house yesterday, and then meeting those people at the zoo, and meeting the people in Timmins. It was cool. I think that was one of the most important whys you went to out there in Timmins. As small as it was, and you know, and putting the effort into going there, it was good.
So what did you see there?
I saw a lot of support, man.
What were they doing?
Huh?
What were they doing?
What do you mean?
How did you see the support?
Well, I saw, you know, that they got their children involved there, the camp over there, and that people were behind you. You know?
And,
What?
oh boy. So where are you at with all your... at this point? You haven't been fucking writing your memoirs, bro.
I don't have to, buddy. It's all here in my head, bro.
It can't do the public any good in your head.
What are you talking about? Yeah, when I get home, then I'll start writing it, man.
You're gonna forget.
Forget?
Yeah.
How could I forget this stuff, man?
There's a lot of details there.
Yeah, there's a lot of details, and there's a lot of details that I know that I wouldn't write down anyway, because half of the times I'm fucking too tired.
You were doing an excellent job.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? I got a camera now. Now I'm all fascinated with this camera.
Okay, well, you should talk into it, buddy. Instead of just...
Talk into it. Yeah, we gotta film something. It's not just
while you're
talking.
filming, you should be talking. You should be talking about your day's event, your diary.
Yeah, put it on film?
Yeah. Okay, so you're right. You're absolutely right.
What's that?
You know what it is? It's just...
But you want people who aren't going to stay on the battlefield if the colonel says, you know, go kill
You
this
should
guy,
always
we're
put
gonna be
aside at the
quiet
end
for
of the night about
You want people who
15,
aren't
20
gonna just
minutes to
act
wrap
without
up the day.
question.
Yeah, eh?
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
that sort of
because
contradicts what we're saying when,
this
you know,
is
you're
our
all voting,
diary
so we
right
want
now.
you to-
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're
We
on
were
the battlefield,
asked
we don't want you
to
say
do
something contradicts it, but
a diary, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, like you were doing a good job.
I still am. I know what's going on. Most of my,
There's a reason why we were
I think my
asked.
emotions shut down, and because they have, George. I couldn't even put two words together. I swear to God. I feel dummy, like a dummy. You know, like my brain's not working,
Okay,
man.
let's do this right from the beginning. Okay? Is that okay?
Do what from the beginning?
Right from the beginning, the diary on tape.
Yeah.
We'll do the diary on tape right from the beginning. Okay. After
Nowadays, because you guys have not
my
decided on brand
operation,
loyalty yet, that's what the advertisers
the
get.
unfolding episodes
if they're in a magazine saying, well,
place
we
in
want
my
to
life,
advertise for an acne medicine,
the
you know, they're not going to
unfolding
put some
episodes
7-year-old
that were to
ad
take
and
place
say,
in
you
my
know,
life after my
whatever,
operation
advertising. You want young kids.
August the
Most
3rd
young kids are
of
purchasing these products.
1995
And, I mean, I don't think you blame
had
advertisers for
been
putting younger people on.
something that even I would be interested to
You say,
read.
well, you know what, there weren't young people, you know, we didn't have to worry about, you know, young people being
Huh?
into our magazines when you were a kid.
I can't fuck. I'm trying to put down the volume here.
Shooting everybody else that's around them.
I just have, I don't
It doesn't, it's a different.
You can't. No, you can't. It's gotta be that way. Yeah. And you were saying?
Okay, I must have told my story to how many fucking reporters now? About 30, 40 fucking reporters and televisions and 50 fucking and thousands of people over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you know, I think I'm talking about somebody else. You know what I mean? Well, I gotta be like that. I gotta sometimes, not always. Right?
Now you're fucking sunstroked again.
No, this is true. This is what.
I
Okay,
know. It's
so-
gotta get sickening, man.
Not
I'm fucking
sickening.
sick of listening to you.
No,
man.
it's not. You don't know what sickening is not the word. It's not just.
It's tiring, man.
No, there's a time.
I almost,
but
you know
there's-
what? You ever watch like those? Seriously, you ever watch those?
What are you gonna do though?
Wait
they
up,
need,
wait up.
They want to hear it.
But
Every-
you ever watch those comedies that when the guy's talking, the other guy's behind them going, because I know every word you're gonna say.
You do
before
that
say
too.
it.
When I'm getting, you know what?
I
I'm
don't
glad that
do
you
that,
got this
man.
camera now because you can't do that with the camera
I don't do that,
unless you're
buddy.
making that.
But
with
inside
more-
my head, I know every word. Sometimes I try to finish your sentence because I know where you're
I
going.
see. You get behind the you get behind me while the reporter's asking me questions, and you're going, right?
No.
You are right.
No, that's professional. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look
Okay.
foolish.
So okay.
But in my
Here's
head, I'm playing it with you.
okay.
Hi.
Here's
Yes, you know, and
here's
I was waiting for this life-saving procedure, and my life was in the balance, and you know, I didn't tell my family because I don't want to tax them with that.
I'll have a family, I'll have kids, I'll just be a little more grounded with my life. And I think that's what, I don't know if it's going to be better, but it's certainly going to be different than just, I mean, because I can't say that I don't enjoy life now. I mean, we're all very kids, I'll just be a little more grounded with my life. And I think that's what, I don't know if it's going to be better, but it's certainly going to be different than just, I mean, because I can't say that I don't enjoy life now. I mean, we're all very
Looking forward to being older is that you feel like it's going to be easier. Like, life is easier when, like, something else happens. Like, I was at the age when I don't know, life is easier when I'm married.
You gonna bring me one over too? You're making me a coffee, brother?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I'm self-centered?
Do I think you're self-centered? Sometimes you are. It's just like all of us are. You're no more self-centered than I am. And I'm a lot self-centered. Don't you think so? Ooh. That driving killed me, man. It was nice, but a couple of times I almost fell asleep, eh? I almost crashed out at the wheel. The most painful things was how do you say it? The holding the pee thing for hours. At one point in time, you know how fast I was going down that highway?
Because we had to get there on time.
160 kilometers an hour.
We had to get there on time.
But it felt like I was only going like 100 kilometers, eh? Until I hit a turn. Then it was like, whoa, I'm flying. I looked down, it's 160. Not good.
No, you did good the last 2 days. And the driving ain't gonna be too much tomorrow for you then, right? It's just an hour drive.
For where?
For where we gotta go tomorrow.
Yeah, about that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say anymore, because remember we went by
And
Espanola?
Yeah, it's not that far.
No.
And then it's back to the regular.
It's back to the 1 kilometer an hour shift.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to arrive, you know what? I want to try and make this $200. Can we afford that?
I think we could, man. I think we can make some money on the way down. I think we're going to be going into more money. I mean, just to get across, I think we'll be okay. I think in the bucket, I know we have another $100 there, for sure.
In the bucket?
Yeah, in the bucket we have
And
$100.
where's then the other money?
What other money?
Well, if it costs 200.
You're gonna have to cash that check, man. That 250. But we'll see if we get pro bono. What do you think? That's gonna be a hard sell, but I think we can do it.
I think it's because nobody's going to be in tomorrow, Saturday. To get an official okay, I have to have those things rearranged. They just can't.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, you went Canadian Tire and gave you that money because you told them you needed to get across, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
No, I know that.
I know you don't even want to go into that reserve, but fuck. What are we gonna do? We're gonna change the schedule again? And drive backwards now to fucking Highway 11? Yeah? You're gonna drive back to Highway 11, go down Highway 11 again? I don't think so, man. Huh?
We're not going to do that.
Alright, that's up to you, George. You're the executive director.
So how far are we from the top of the 6? That's a pretty long way around, though, isn't it?
What?
If we came down the 11,
Yeah, we'd have to go all the way back
loop around
to North Bay, for God's sakes.
to go down the 11,
To go down the 11.
and then to the Old Town.
Yeah, because that's where the 11 starts, in North Bay. That's why we weren't going to do it in the first place. That's how far? 200 kilometers?
So from Sudbury to
North Bay.
where we gotta go now isn't too bad.
Nope. But it's going to be costly, man.
How much you think it would cost with gas to go down to 11 and around to North Bay?
Same amount.
About the same amount?
Yeah.
200.
Oh no, probably 100, maybe $100.
60.
$60, you think? It cost us $50 to fill it up. At $30 a shot, gas prices are up 64 cents. It's incredible, George. I don't even know how we made it this far with a $1,000 fucking budget. You kill me. What fucking guys, man? I don't understand you guys.
Okay, so let's.
Plus, you're gonna get a couple of checks presented to you, ain't you?
But I'm looking at too many things. I'm looking at. I haven't phoned that lady Judy from Kingston, Judy Prime. We gotta have about $25,000.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
$25,000 for what? To pay your bills?
Yep.
I don't know. What about for me and you after?
And then
For us to survive?
yeah, well, that's the other thing. We have to.
True.
So depending on our success with
Toronto.
and then how.
Well, you got Hamilton, you got Toronto, you got this and that, but as soon as John Totten gets his hands on it, you won't be able to touch none of that money. True?
No.
No. We gotta do major fundraising to get across Canada, man. Major. Anyway, what do you think about today, bro?
Today I'm describing today. I'm describing today because I'm looking at everything. That's how today always comes up, right?
Well, the past events of today, man. You know, like I was saying before, man, that little YMCA, man, that was nice to go to, man. You know what I mean? That little storefront Ray was talking about. That's the beginning. It reminded me of what we're doing. You know what I mean? Starting
Which
out.
stuff?
In Timmins, man, the little storefront.
Oh.
That's all the YMCA there is. What did she tell you? They're trying to raise some money there now? She was nice. What's her name? Chris?
Christine.
Yeah, Christine. Very nice woman, man. Sweet. Eh? Yeah, we made her laugh a lot, eh? She must have thought we were two freaks. People are looking at me like I'm fucked up, eh?
Like you fucked up.
Yeah, and like I'm high or something. I'm so tired, eh?
Like you had a hangover.
Not only a hangover, like I was over there talking to them over there. I can't even keep my eyes open. They're looking at me like, whoa, what's wrong with you? Oh
You know
yeah,
what?
I told them about having a press conference tomorrow.
Who?
Oh, not press conference. The doc, see how fucking tired I am? Oh, not press conference. The doc, see how fucking tired I am? The documentary when you hand them the keys and say thank you in the morning when we were leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the front.
Well, I don't understand. What?
In the morning
Yeah.
when you go hand in the keys and say thank you, I'm gonna shoot that.
And they're okay with that?
Yeah,
Who's gonna be okay with that?
the girl that's gonna be there in the morning.
The girl that
They're
you
gonna
talked
leave
to
her
tonight?
a note.
Oh, there's gonna be a manager there, and she's gonna be okay
A
with that?
manager or the receptionist. Yeah, she'll be okay with it. I wonder why they didn't let us shoot those little kids, man. Maybe they're, you know what I mean, on the
Maybe.
road.
Well, they could have. Their parents could be so.
Yeah. I gotta edit them out.
All the little kids, eh?
All of them?
Well, didn't she tell you to do just their back?
No, not all the little kids. Just those kids that stood on the side.
Oh, the black kids?
Yeah.
I don't know, that was strange.
Yeah.
Come figure that one
They said they didn't want, if they asked me if I was media, they didn't want their pictures taken by the media. Maybe something happened with them. Or something. I don't know. So I thought today that was a story that Sam was saying, eh?
It
About,
sounded like it.
huh?
It sounded like it.
Yeah, that's scary, but eh? Well, some guy going around saying that he's you getting money from other, you know what I mean? Like I told Sam right away, I go, why don't you call the police and find out what's going on? See if there's a guy who's actually really doing this. You know what I mean? All they could have done would be so easy. They phone up the media and find out if there was a guy here yesterday who was rollerblading across Ontario, Canada actually, for organ donation. Like who the fuck was this guy? Who is this guy?
Could be whoever it is. You know what? This is the danger about this. So many fucking scammers.
Selling little trinkets.
I never heard of anybody, but I would have heard about something. I would have heard about it. I would have heard about it. Somewhere I would have heard, otherwise, you know what? I'm not paying more attention. I mean, if there's, I'm just worrying that, no, there's nothing to worry about. If this is what this guy's doing.
Then all the best to him,
Yeah.
but I mean, if he's legitimate, yeah. If he's not,
No, that's what I'm saying. If he's not,
You know, then we should call the police.
I hope he doesn't have our schedule.
How did he get our schedule?
He could have probably picked it up anywhere.
Where? Who's got a schedule?
Let's say if he picked it up in Toronto somewhere.
From who? Oh, and he started? Yeah, but the guy's gonna do a scam like that right around Ontario? Make you. Like, that's a, you know, I'm thinking he's a homeboy, you know, if you're here in Sudbury and maybe he's trying to make some bucks. But he's not ripping anybody off because he's selling them their trinkets, right? And the way she explained it to me, Kim, was like, yeah, he was on the news yesterday, and then she said she saw you a couple of days ago on the news wearing the hat. So, you weren't wearing spandex, were you? Yeah, well, this guy's probably doing that, man, but organs, what are organs, man? What, like I asked her, what organization is he with? She couldn't answer, she didn't know.
Oh boy, okay, so, anyways, this is, for, whoever the publisher is going to be. Whoever he wants to publish.
What? The
Memoirs.
memoirs?
Or whatever it's called.
Yeah, if he wants memoirs, George...
Not memoirs, what's it called?
Diary.
Diary, whatever, I don't know what the hell it's called, but
Yeah.
this is probably the best way for him to get it, right? Is on the camera. Better than writing, isn't it?
No, because writing is what he wants. I mean, like, most
Oh,
of...
then after he can write it.
He's gonna write the book.
Yeah, but then
He's gonna write the book, man. He wasn't here. He didn't experience it. You know what I mean? George, you know what it is, buddy? It's sitting down in front of a laptop one day, and I'll just pound away at it, because then the memories, you know, come back, bro. Once I start looking, and George, man, don't you ever get fucking overloaded with data, man? Gee, come on, man. For me to write, sometimes I write, Inky Dinky went to chow, and we begged for food last night. You know what I mean? Like, I need some time to just, oh my God, when this thing is over, to really even realize what the fuck we did out here, man. You know? You know, like, I know the high pivotal points, and I know the really lows we've had, and I'll never forget those. And I know the fucking boring going down the highway thing, and the fear of, you know,
Okay, let's
fucking
start
losing
off-
the trailer.
Let's start off from the 26th.
Start off what?
Okay, 9 a.m. High Park, June 26, 1999. At the park,
I wasn't there.
you weren't there, CTV was there.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple of councilmen from City Hall.
Yeah.
I forget their names.
Inky and Dinky.
There was a whole bunch of people from Costi.
Yeah, I'd say about a good 20 people.
And there was a lot of my relatives in there.
Hmm?
A lot of my relatives.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did they go? I didn't see them. Did
They came over there.
they went over there?
Yeah.
Who was there from your family?
About 15 people.
Get out of here. Who?
His cousins and...
No shit.
Yeah.
Did your sister show up there?
Yeah.
Your brother, Sam, right?
Yeah, Sam.
Well, that's
And,
nice. That's good support, bro.
Then the councilman gave me a plaque, a letter that was written from
No,
Mel
last.
Westman, that they read out at the press conference for the CTV and everybody else.
CTV was there?
Yeah.
That's all?
I can't remember if there was anybody else. You know what? I just, that's all I remember seeing was CTV. I should, maybe that's all there was. I don't know. Who else was there? Anyways, I can't remember. So I was disappointed because it could have been a more bigger kickoff. You know, I don't think there was enough effort put in certain areas to make it, you know. So
What your vision was of it?
well, you know, I was disappointed because it you know, it would have been a good way to start off, you know.
No doubt.
So, anyways, like everything else in this thing, I'm living and learning and finding out. And we still, the people that were there,
Yeah.
those were the people that counted that day, you know? Right?
Yeah.
So, we started going along our scheduled route. That was up Keel Street to St. Clair. And all the costy people were walking with us.
The horns were blowing,
The horns were blowing.
handing out cards.
Handing out cards, and, you know, we were doing what we could with what we had.
Yeah.
And our first stop, there was a nice platform there and everything. And the MPP, what's his name? Tony Woolprack was there to receive us. That was nice of him.
Yeah, he said it was a shame
It was a shame
that there wasn't
more
enough people, because
Yeah,
this is
'cause he
a
was-
historic walk.
Yeah. He-
And Princess was there, the past.
Princess was And
Princess Gayla from
yeah,
the
so
past.
we did a little press thing over there.
Yeah, but before that, it was a fucking hot day. I'm in my jeans with my cowboy boots.
I didn't say your part yet. I forgot.
My part.
And then your part was Joe came in on Keel Street, right?
Yeah, bro.
Do you remember the spot that you came in?
Yeah.
What's
Right across from the McDonald's.
right across from it? That's a landmark.
That's a landmark.
Well, it has to be.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was there that, isn't that where I asked you?
Yeah.
Right there.
That's where you asked. And you're coming all the way. You're gonna come
You
all the
remember
way.
that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember everything.
Okay.
I remember every place we've been, everybody
Okay,
we
so
talked to.
then we went and did that, right?
The Piccinini, which was really
Which
nice.
was nice. We were there for about an hour.
Yeah,
And
ate some
they
pizza.
Ate some pizza. They said some
Sold
things.
some T-shirts.
Some people that knew me on St. Clair were wondering, what the fuck
Is
this?
George doing
You know,
now?
what's he doing? Oh man, they couldn't figure it out. You know, I had all this stuff going on. Carrillo Canadez was there, by the way.
Were they?
Yeah, so we have to remember that.
Oh yeah.
So the Star also wrote a story on me.
An article?
Yeah, and so we were walking along St. Clair, beeping and honking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're going down, going home, and then I made the phone call to the YMCA at Little Corner College,
Yeah.
where they welcomed us nice. There was about 30 people there.
Something like that.
Right? You were there, weren't you? No, okay, I just couldn't remember.
I was driving Sam's car. I
Yeah.
took your brother
Yeah,
home
yeah.
and
So we went over there and said a nice speech and everything, right?
yeah, you guys talked it up, blah 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 blah. And John said he was gonna form a liver transplant hockey team.
And
Uh,
I forgot I was wearing that shirt.
You were wearing a step
Playboy.
by step? Oh yeah, the black
Oh,
one.
I had the one with that
that-
corner of Playboy on it. I got in shit by the CEO because he reported that. Okay, so anyways, And then we started going along College Street.
Yeah,
the
towards
same thing,
Chin.
Towards Chin.
Mm-hmm.
When we got there, we found out that one of the guys died. Somebody died there. That
Who
worked
died?
there. Somebody,
No, his-
somebody's old man or dad.
His mother.
Mother or somebody passed away.
The guy
So-
died.
So we were scheduled to do something there at 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't do it because or they weren't doing anything because somebody passed away.
Yeah.
But we
soon
sort
rolled
of,
up. He rolled up and.
Who did?
The camera guy.
Oh,
rolled up.
Ali, that's it. Ali came by then after
Yeah.
because he knew we were there and he just came back from doing that.
Chin.
No, he was doing
Chin
that guy
Pickett.
that was in town. No,
Yeah,
what's his name?
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin. He just said he just finished coming doing that and he's sorry that he was late,
Yeah.
but he got us in a nice picture.
Sure.
And we went on there on Sunday.
Sure.
And then after that, it was often. Oh, we also did a radio thing,
Went
like a radio
upstairs.
show at 4:30. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And after that,
Where your brother give the wrong phone number
wrong
for
phone number.
donations.
Yeah, and I mentioned about Maggie walking with
Yeah, her
her high heels,
shoes.
30 kilometers,
Yeah.
and the princess wearing 50 pounds of clothes and
Yeah.
no heat. And then it was all finished.
And it was everybody did a good job.
Good, yeah, a bella job.
Everybody did a bella job.
Okay, so then everybody departed. Everybody wished us well.
Yeah, and
Because it was official. Me, you,
those
and Billy.
those guys at the hospital didn't want to receive you, and you guys had a plaque for them, and they,
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, it was official. Me, you, and Billy were going to.
we were off.
We were off. So me, you, and Billy and Maggie went to the restaurant to eat because we were hungry.
Yeah, we starving
We stuffed ourselves
for free.
for free, and we cleaned out any other thing that. Well, I mean, it was still very messy, the trailer, right?
Things smelled like a fucking
Yeah, it
death
was
bomb.
terrible. But we hooked it up for the first time.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
We hooked it, and there we were. We started driving, and we took Maggie home first, right?
Then we went over to get my stuff from the house,
From the house, and then we went to
to
the
Billy's house,
Billy's house.
where we try to fill up the tank of water for the.
And we didn't know anything yet. We were still discovering things about the trailer, which.
And then me and Billy, I sawed off those pieces of wood to put, and we stuck on the sign,
Mhm.
and
Did a little bit of repairs.
did a little repairs.
One of many that were to come because.
That thing started.
Okay, so, anyways, our destination that night was
Salvation Army.
where at Jarvis and
Jarvis and Sherburne was something.
where Captain Trim arranged this for us to sleep there that night.
Yeah.
And it's a place, it's a hostel, a place where people are.
No, it's actually a drug rehab.
Oh, it's a drug rehab, and
It was hot like shit.
It was hot like
and I
shit.
wanted to go to the Medallion Club for the last night.
so that wouldn't fit good.
What do you mean that wouldn't fit good?
Anyways, we got there and they knew that we were supposed to be there, and they said, "Oh, you are the guys, eh?" They gave us our rooms, and how did you feel that night, that first night?
That first night?
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the Medallion.
You wanted to go to Madonna.
Yeah, but you know what? I felt really excited. I knew that, what, we were going to go on this thing. And, I was really, really excited. I was like, yeah, like a little kid when he gets his bike, for
You
the
know
first
how
time.
I felt? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I felt I was so disappointed that it didn't turn out that kickoff day that was supposed to.
I sensed that.
I felt though I was in the right place,
Yeah,
feeling like that, yeah.
yeah,
That we could have been in we could have arranged to be in the best hotel that night.
yeah.
Easy, like easy. A hotel would have picked up the, for
The
the
tab?
publicity. Yeah, for the publicity.
Yeah.
And I was in the right place because it was very humbling to be at a place like that. But that was what this whole thing was about. This whole thing's a humbling journey. So we were starting off in the right place, right where we should have been. In those hot damn small room. You know, it looked like a jail cell to me.
It was.
Felt like a jail cell. You know, so I also was looking at. We had everything there. You
I actually had the top bunk in that place.
you had your first experience of moving that trailer around
Yeah,
to park it.
yeah, because Billy couldn't do it.
Yeah,
What a fucking trip that was.
yeah. So finally got that, and you know, I knew we were ready, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, when we parked that trailer, and we walked around a few blocks that night.
Yeah, yeah. We went to Burger King, yeah.
To get something.
On Young Street.
Yeah.
And we were all excited. Woo, yeah, whoa.
Yeah. So the next morning, we had to get a few things from the office. So we made one final stop to the office, grabbed a few things, and then started walking from Jarvis and Queen. And me and you actually started while Billy was driving.
Yeah.
And we started walking along Queen, along right through the beaches,
Yeah.
and
Handing out cards.
handing out cards, and we were leaving Toronto.
We were leaving Toronto, buddy, that's right.
And we took the Highway 2 at Kingston. No,
Kingston Road.
instead of paving.
Kingston Road.
Because we wanted to go through the
Because
beaches.
Billy knew how to get there, and you guys had an argument, and he felt really bad because you didn't trust him in his judgment on how to get to Kingston Road, Highway 2.
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You guys had that argument?
Yeah.
But Billy, man, we were
Kingston. No,
Kingston Road.
instead of paving.
Kingston Road.
Because we wanted to go through the
Because
beaches.
Billy knew how to get there, and you guys had an argument, and he felt really bad because you didn't trust him in his judgment on how to get to Kingston Road, Highway 2.
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You guys had that argument?
Yeah.
But Billy, man, we were supposed to go. George, I know. You
Okay.
guys were like two little kids fighting over a popsicle stick, man.
Okay, so then it started raining, walking in the rain,
That's right.
and we stopped off at that Greek restaurant. Remember? We were just getting outside.
Oh, oh my God, what a walk that was,
Yeah.
my friend.
Actually, we were trying to, this was Sunday now, right?
Yeah.
We were trying to catch the show at that restaurant. We
It
started
is.
off early that morning for the walk. Remember, we had breakfast at the
Yeah,
Salvation Army?
that's what I was gonna
At 7:30 we got up.
remind you of. We had that beautiful breakfast there.
Yeah.
You know, those eggs, and
Yeah.
it was that guy that was cooking it. I forgot his name, but
He seen us on television.
yeah, did he?
Yeah. He said, "Oh, you're the guys I caught on CTV last night."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we had a good breakfast. Started off real early, and we had lunch at that Greek place, just
Yeah.
outside of.
And the old man was.
That was
watching
outside
TV.
of the beaches, though, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. That was. Jesus.
Well, just before we were getting out of Toronto.
that
right
was
at
in
the end.
Scarborough, my friend.
Yeah, in Scarborough. Okay,
Victoria Park area.
Yeah, that was way over there. We were trying to catch the John and Bart, which we were on, by the way.
Yeah, but we didn't see it.
No. So we kept walking, and we were going through Whitby. Now, was it there that we made arrangements to see the mayor, or that night, where did we end up? We had a schedule.
We stopped at a hotel called the Canadiana.
Right, they had
where I
arranged,
parked-
the Salvation Army arranged it.
Yeah, Salvation Army arranged in Whitby the Canadiana, and we stopped there, and I parked the trailer in front, and that was the first time I heard you say, "Listen, can you get a hold of the mayor and the newspapers and all this stuff?" And I thought, holy
Is that
fuck,
where it started?
that's where it all started.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, holy fuck, this ain't gonna be as easy as just walking and thing. This guy wants to make noise. Now we're fucked.
Because you thought it was just,
Yeah,
everything
what?
was scheduled with the
Well, I didn't-
YMCA coordinating all that stuff, the press and everything,
No,
right?
I didn't even know that was gonna happen, George. I thought you were just gonna walk. I didn't think you were gonna like pull out. Let's go talk to the mayor and let's go call the newspapers and this and then. That
So-
day, you started walking. Okay, well that was the night when we got there. Remember, I was outside and I seen the bus with the choir ladies,
Yeah.
and they came up to me because I was wearing my Pittsburgh Penguin shirt.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, Pittsburgh, what?" I go, "Whoa, yeah, Pittsburgh's cool, blah, 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 blah. Listen, and she asked me, because she saw the sign, what's that about? And I said, well, my friend George is walking across Ontario 2,000 kilometers. We walked 53 kilometers that day, George, if not more. 60 or something, right? And then I started talking to her, then Billy came out, and he shanoozled them. He started talking to them, and we kind of pitched them for a couple of T-shirts, and that's where you first did your first autograph on the T-shirt.
Well, 4 T-shirts.
4 T-shirts.
So did we not ask the man or the owner of the hotel for all the newspaper addresses? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, we did
and
ask
he-
him.
and
You
the
were
man-
talking about having a press conference there.
Yeah. So that's right.
And I felt like
then-
shit, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about press conference? Let's just walk. Really, that's how I felt, man. I'm like, oh, fuck, look at this guy. Who the fuck does he think he is?
So then the next day.
The next day it was raining again,
Yeah.
and off you went, and you told me to call the press and the mayor. And then when I got a hold of them, for me to come and pick you up the street, right?
Did you get a hold of the radio station?
I
then?
called the radio station, and they put you on the radio.
what
And then
did-
I called, remember I called the newspaper guy?
Was that called Magic there? Or
That's
was it-
right, imagine, Sue,
Sue
Sue,
or Laura?
Sue. Oh, it must have been, that was Oshawa, Magic.
Oshawa was Magic. So did
Whitby
Whitby
did-
have their own?
No, Whitby had a reporter who, when I called him, he said he was too busy to come and take a photograph of you meeting the mayor.
So we went to the mayor's office.
That's right,
And we took a picture ourselves with the mayor, which we have, you know.
that's right.
He gave
And
us
he
a few
gave us-
pence to
that's
me,
right.
you and Billy, and they were happy that we were doing that.
And that's the first mayor we met on the whole thing.
That would be.
Yep.
And then I started walking. Now, was it there that next day that my back started?
No, your back was killing you the first day.
First day, but not as much as the second day.
No, the
The
second
second
day.
day, it really.
It was
started-
killing you,
Yeah,
man.
because I started walking through Oshawa, remember?
And that's when you couldn't anymore. and
Yeah,
I
you
started-
guys seen how much I walked and you just couldn't believe it. And when you go, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then I had.
Did we meet up with you after that?
Yeah, yeah.
How?
Because you were trying to arrange to get the Oshawa mayor, and he was.
That's right.
And he,
Well, I did. I went there and I left them a note. Actually, it's a her.
Yeah.
And
The,
I
re-
left.
the newspaper, you couldn't get hold of the newspaper there, right?
No,
Or
'cause-
did we?
Yeah, we got a hold of the newspaper there.
Yeah?
In Oshawa.
We got a picture there.
We didn't get a picture. I don't think any reporter came out either.
Okay,
But
so
we did call,
the
and that's
radio
where we
was
got.
announcing
That's
us.
right.
And
we
that
got-
was Laura, the Italian.
Yeah, that's the first radio station we were on.
And she was doing us through the whole next 2
Yeah,
days.
and then I told you that I seen a physiotherapist place, and we went right back. Remember, you walked out of almost Oshawa, we went back to the physio.
Yeah.
And that was the first pro bono thing we got out there.
Was
The
yeah, they
massage.
donated a massage.
Yeah. And she came out to see if we were legitimate.
Yeah,
or
we went through the whole thing. That
Yep.
was one of the first that we had to do that. Yeah,
Yep.
you're right.
not.
And we
Yeah,
did
and
it.
that didn't work.
Hmm?
That didn't work.
The massage?
No, it fucked you up even more.
Yeah, it was still.
Well, it was good,
It was
but
good.
it was.
But I kept walking,
Yeah, you did.
and then we were approaching, what's that town before Coburg? Where did we stay that night?
We stayed at a campsite called in Welcome.
No,
Yes, we did.
first,
Oshawa, Pickering, or is it Pickering, Oshawa first? Whitby,
Pickering,
Pickering,
Oshawa.
Oshawa. And then we got into the fucking, like, woods thing, and we stayed, you couldn't walk, so we drove it to Welcome. Remember the first
No.
campsite? Yeah,
No.
it was. That's the first campsite we went.
are you sure?
Yeah, because there was 40 kilometers where your back was gone. Where you were fucking struggling, hunched over like a hunchback. And that's the first time we pulled over. After the Canadiana, the first place we stayed was where we took those pictures with me making the camp. campfire.
Yeah.
Remember?
So is that where I started making those signs for the back of the trailer?
That's right. And welcome.
I think.
Did we stay in another hotel before that? Think, because I can't remember. I tell you the truth. I know that we stayed at the Canadiana.
On the 29th, we reached Coburg.
That's right.
So yeah, okay, you're right. We
Yeah.
were because then we just had to walk down.
You walked
Welcome,
through Port Hope.
And then through Port Hope, we didn't you get something pro bono at that restaurant?
No,
$10
we
discount?
left her a can.
Oh, okay, that's one of the places we left it.
We left cans everywhere, man. Back there.
Did you mark them down?
Yeah, I give it to Sam. If he's gonna pick them up or not, I don't know.
Okay, so then we were scheduled to be in Coburg at 2 p.m. on the 29th of June, right?
Hmm.
And I phoned, and remember, I said, holy shit, they're not even ready for us. Our first YMCA.
That's right.
We were approaching our first organized thing, you know, which we didn't organize, you know, and they told us they weren't even prepared or they didn't have nothing.
I don't know, I didn't talk to them, you did.
I did. Remember, I came back and I said, holy shit, these guys don't even got nothing ready for us. So they, you know, remember I came back, and so I said, okay, I'm going to be there at 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And did you
Where-
drive in first?
No, I kind of, yeah, I think I did.
You drove in first? Did you notice? Did you see it?
No, I
before?
didn't drive in first, buddy.
Really?
Coburg was the first YMCA.
Dan Pelletier.
Dan, yeah.
Dan the man.
Dan the man.
But here I was. We were walking up the streets. We were trying to choreograph the right time, right? We were trying to, even though I didn't know that they were preparing. I said, look, we got to keep our word and get there at 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah,
And we choreographed it right to the new look, the streets.
yeah, that's exactly right.
But you didn't get a peek at.
I didn't go in all the way.
Okay.
I came back. Remember, I was going
Well,
back and forth.
Here I was walking with Billy up the street. And then as soon as we turned and we seen all the kids,
Yeah, all in red.
yeah, all in red. And I go, Billy, holy fuck, look at this.
Yeah.
And he couldn't believe it either. He had that one, his Billy smile,
Yeah.
you know. And that was unbelievable. You know what? That really fucking,
Yeah, and then-
because we had we had a rough fucking kickoff.
Yeah. Your back
And my
was
back was out.
Raining for
And it
3
was
days.
raining for 3 days. Terrible fucking start, man. And then Dan the man
Dan the man comes up big
comes
time.
fucking through like a shit.
And that's where we got our first YMCA hats.
That's right. And he had
Billy was
the
around
whole
time.
day arranged for us, eh? He arranged
Yeah,
the
he had the
mayor's
photographer
visit,
there.
yeah, and the photographers and the, you know. So he brought us to the mayor. He said, "Hold on, they had drinks for us."
We
and
walked
they-
a lot of kilometers that day too,
Yeah.
man. Yep. You were in the 53-kilometer range.
Yeah.
There.
So then I walked to, or we went to see the mayor,
Uh-huh.
and it was there that you came up with the brilliant idea of this festival
Yeah,
to ask the mayor for
that's
us.
right.
And then we arranged with
A booth?
the mayor and the thing. That was our first peek into this festival thing.
It was our first try at the festival.
And the mayor said, no problem, you got a booth. People wait years to get a booth there, you got one.
Yeah.
And then Dan set it up because they have the YMCA there for us to, and
We
we
snuck in
arranged,
there.
where did we sleep then?
That night in Coburg,
Yeah.
you know what? We didn't sleep in Coburg.
Brighton?
That's right, that Vito's Inn.
Because you
I
scored that.
scooped that one too.
And Brighton was just before Coburg or after?
After. It was Coburg, then Brighton. And what happened was Coburg was packed because of the festival.
Right.
And we, you know, so even the campsites were packed, remember?
Yeah.
So what I had to do was, I hooked up with the person there who was working with the YMCA. I forgot her name. Very nice, smart girl. She gave me all the radio stations, and she gave me 3 places in Brighton. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I called the first place, which was Vito's.
Vito's.
That's right. That was the first time
You
I ever.
phoned that, right?
That was the first pro bono I ever got. And I phoned
Oh
Vito's.
man, that guy, how the fuck did you schmazzoozle him? Cause, you know what I mean? No, he looked like he'd be a hard guy to do it.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. Anyway, I called them, expecting to hear no, and right away, it was his wife who said yeah. She goes, yeah, no problem, we can do that. And I said, for 2 nights? Scared, right? Because I'm thinking, man, 1 is pushing it, but 2, holy shit. No, was it 1 night? Yeah, it was 1 night. It was 1 night, and then we shenangled him for the next night. Remember when Billy, he told me the guy said I was a mobster?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we drove to Brighton, we unhooked the trailer, and in the
Came
morning,
back.
that's right,
So we pretty well.
it was 2 nights I got it for.
Yeah. Okay, so we were in the paper, front page, July the 1st.
That's right.
So this was June the 30th that we were there. No, the
No.
31st.
It was the 4th.
I'm missing 2 days then.
No, you're not missing 2 days. Oh, you're missing 2 days.
Well, I made the front page on July the 1st. So we were June the 30th. I'm missing 1 day.
Yeah, we slept in Welcome.
We slept in Welcome on the 28th.
Yep.
And then on the 29th, we were in Coburg.
Yep. And then we went
No.
ahead and we stayed 2
No,
days.
because the guy took the picture of us on the 30th. We were supposed to be in Coburg on the 30th.
And that's when we were there, on the 30th.
So where were we on the 29th?
We walked through Port Hope, and then we slept in. We slept. Then we
Welcome.
slept in Welcome.
You're missing one place then.
I don't know. I know we slept at the Canadiana. I don't know. I can't remember, George, but it was rough. I'm telling you, it was rough. It was rough, buddy. Because I know it started getting better when we started hitting. When we hit Coburg. When we hit Coburg, things started to change. Because of Dan, right? He set all that
Yeah,
stuff
he
up.
really set the stage.
Whippy, Pickering, and Oshawa were dead.
I mean, it was nice to meet the mayor. We had
No,
to
no,
create
I
our
know.
own stuff.
I know,
We
yeah.
had to
There's
because
no
there was
Y
nothing-
there or
yeah, there
anything,
was-
so.
we had.
And it was short notice.
Yeah.
It was right when we
so
got
we
there.
got on the radio stations, and Laura
Yeah.
was carrying us through for 3 days almost. Remember? She carried us more than 1 day.
Who?
Laura. Kept doing interviews afterwards
Yeah.
too.
I remember in Brighton, I got on the radio there. I did the live interview.
Yeah.
Not a live interview. I got a tape interview that morning. Remember, I got up in the morning
Yeah.
before we went
Yeah,
to
you did a
Coburg.
really heavy one too.
Yeah, that was a really good one. That was my first radio one too.
I'm just trying to think of where we were on the 29th.
Did we stay at that camp place 2 days?
No, we were just there
I
that
think
one.
we did
No, we didn't.
1 night, right?
Yeah, and then we kept walking, and then
You walked through Port Hope. I don't know, between Oshawa, what's that, Newcastle? Not Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
Now that sounds
it is, Newcastle.
Newcastle.
And then Welcome is next. And then comes Coburg. Right?
Remember we were in that hotel
Yeah. Which one?
with this again the Salvation Army gave for us?
Which hotel was that?
I think it was
No, Salvation Army only gave us a couple of hotels, bro. That's when we were near Kingston. The one in Ottawa, that one, the first one, the Canadiana, and that's it.
okay, so now we're in Coburg and we're moving.
We're living in Brighton and driving back to Coburg.
Yeah, because I walked from Coburg all the way to Brighton that day too.
We were actually in Brighton 3 days altogether.
Yeah, so, and I was starting to walk towards Trenton,
Yep.
and
That's when I got a hold of all the media again. And that hotel, Days Inn. You walked to Bayside. You walked from Brighton to Bayside that day. Right past Bayside is in Trenton, like it's on outskirts of Trenton. So you walked from Brighton to Trenton, right? And then we stayed in Brighton that one more day. We drove back, remember? And then we went ahead to you walked from Brighton to Trenton, and then we went back to Brighton. We slept there one more night with Vito at Vito's Inn, and then we drove and dropped you off where you were supposed to go. So right at the outskirts of Triton, and that's when you walked to Bayside that day. And then I went ahead and I started looking for motels for that night, and we got the Days Inn, and it poured heavy that night.
yeah, that's right.
It was raining heavy. And then what happened was we stayed there. We met the manager and everything, and we had that fantastic meal at the Red Lion. And then from there we started our walk towards Kingston, wasn't it? Nope.
Nope.
Brock. And it poured heavy that night.
Yeah, that's right.
It was raining heavy. And then what happened was we stayed there. We met the manager and everything, and we had that fantastic meal at the Red Lion. And then from there we started our walk towards Kingston, wasn't it? Nope.
Nope.
Brockville.
Belleville.
Belleville. Yeah.
Belleville was kind of like a disappointment, though, right?
Yeah, it was a
Because
big disappointment.
you didn't really do anything there.
Yeah, and you had a live interview there, right on the air with the disc jockey that day.
Yeah.
And I was pissed fucking right off.
What was that called?
I can't remember.
Fox?
No, Fox is just here right now. I can't remember that. Okay, Magic, the Bear? No, that's Ottawa.
They had it.
Magic.
It covered a large area, that radio station.
I think it was called Magic too.
No.
Yeah, it was, but spelled with the G instead of with a J. And it was spelled with the G. That's it. OJ. You got it. Remember I who phoned back while you were on the road towards Belleville?
Yeah.
And I said thank you to Brighton for everything they've done for us. Right?
Yeah.
Belleville, Trenton, Belleville first?
Yeah.
Belleville first and then Trenton.
Oh, you know what else we did in Coburg?
What?
We had to drive to Peterborough, remember, to catch the
That's
Y?
right.
And I kept saying we have to get every YMCA.
That's right. And you did too. And there was a reporter there for you too.
Yeah.
And me and Billy were just standing around there. And did we use their facilities? No.
Yeah.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah. That was nice too.
Yeah. We went into their whirlpool.
Yeah.
That's right. Wow, eh? Peterborough.
Then we came back to get back on the schedule.
Then we went back to
Road
the
schedule.
number 2 highway. Trenton, Kingston. It was Brighton, Belleville, Trenton,
Okay, now,
and then we were on our way to Kingston.
I remember phoning Kingston up.
Yep. And the wife set us up in the nice.
Yeah, I remember Connie was really enthusiastic because we were coming. And then I also talked to Eric.
Yeah. they got the CKWS.
Yeah, that was
That
the
was
first
the
television.
first television appearance you made.
Yeah.
Was in Kingston.
Yeah. They came and did that.
And you and Billy were on TV that night.
Yeah, we
And
did a
so
good-
was I
yeah,
at the
so
van.
We did a good
Yeah.
interview there.
That
too.
was a fantastic interview at the YMCA. You did
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And you
Yeah.
kept asking me, what are we doing? Where are we going? What are we doing?
And then we met, Kingston was a heavy town.
That's right.
We did,
But
we did a
we're
meeting
forgetting
there
one
too,
thing.
right?
We met someone very important in Goldberg.
Mm.
Sarah Marshall's
Yeah,
mother.
yeah,
Chris Marshall.
yeah. And Sarah Marshall's the little 2-year-old.
Girl, first transplant, multi-transplant,
Multiple transplants.
multiple transplant recipient. And then on the way out, you went and you visited her and you took some pictures with
Is
her.
there a vending machine outside?
Probably.
Okay, keep going.
What do you mean?
Keep going with our route.
Oh, Judge, I'm burnt, man.
Okay, fall asleep or keep going.
I'm gonna sleep, man.
Okay, sleep.
I'm gonna turn that off.
Okay, we're gonna
It's not
continue
bad.
then. Where did we stop off?
We stopped off in Trenton,
Okay. tomorrow,
Kingston.
Bring the map and.
Like rolls or quarters?
Yeah. Oh, okay, don't worry about it, I guess. Yeah, we're kind of hurting at the hotel, but
Just the one.
I fixed all the repairs that needed to be repaired, and then just a whole new. I'm trying to make it last one more year, but. And why was I coming back to the hotel? This is his presentation. Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll just go and get straightened up a bit, after the phone call, and I'll give your house a bit.
Yeah, well, I'll wait for you there, cause I gotta do some running around too, some radio till work. I gotta do some stuff for the hotel anyway, so.
Alright.
There you go.
Hey Brian, I really want to thank you for yesterday. Yeah, thanks a lot, my friend.
It's the least we can do for you.
Hello, this is Bob Seacard from UPI. You know, the guys that sell cleaner burning ethanol blended gasolines. It's important for you to know that all gasoline sold in Ontario.
Trading posts, native paintings, dream catchers, and more. Bring back all the great memories of Sudbury. Visit Power the Trading Post in Waterpatay.
A lot of places, their phone and their fax are only a couple of numbers off. And
So,
they're
honey, all set for this weekend?
Yeah, of course.
You can't remember what this weekend is.
No, it's our anniversary.
That's in May, Harold.
Birthday?
And there's complimentary receipt for you.
My birthday?
Harold?
There we go,
It's
that's the one.
Dallas Summer Blowout Sale.
That'll probably go through.
Howard Johnson treats their workers real well, don't they?
Oh, they certainly do.
Yeah, I gotta start watching from the top of the 6 to get to Owen Sound.
It's gonna be, it's a walk.
Yeah.
Yvonne's up there.
Oh, I don't forget his name. He's police officer from Calgary. He's running across.
Yeah, I
country.
ran into him in Coburg, believe it or not. It was a coincidence. He was meeting the mayor and I was meeting the mayor at the same time.
He was with us maybe a month ago?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, about a month and a half ago, or 2 months ago probably.
The guy,
No, it would have been maybe a month ago. Mr.
His friend speaking to that?
or Mr. Abel?
Yeah, he was a police officer.
Yeah.
Then you know.
He was doing it for the Special Olympics.
Yeah, biking across Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I met him in Coburg. We were both visiting the mayor there. And
Mayor's combining his event.
yeah, and it was a small town too.
And he's got one meeting to get all the press. They get 2 stories a month.
Exactly.
So,
But that was the headline.
I mean, it's easier to get guys out for 2 events than, you know, together than one separately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or sometimes with those small towns, I mean, it doesn't take, they don't have too many stories all
No,
the time.
no, so they were really excited.
Some of them might have been hoping for 2.
Yeah.